back to another video. I am your host, the Radio CD, and I am really excited to be back. I know it's been like a while, like over a month since I've had like a legitimate video that wasn't complaining about the update. So let's go ahead and like jump into what we're doing today. So today we are doing a project that's a little closer to home because it's literally in my house. Like I could go downstairs and go to this room. So yeah, it's my parents' bedroom. You're probably gonna hear me call this my mom's bedroom because every room in this house, I call it my mom's room. My room, this is my mom's room. Kitchen, my mom's kitchen. So this is essentially gonna be a video like where you can kind of follow along and maybe you can gain some useful tips for bedrooms in real life and I guess in the game. But essentially right now their room looks like this. Yeah, I don't know why some of the decisions were made. They've had this set, like this bedroom set, for like a very long time, like a very long time. I think like 20 years at this point, and it's time to upgrade. So yeah, let's go ahead and jump into what we're doing today. So before I faint, let's go ahead and jump into what we're doing today. So essentially I'm gonna put like a picture of like the room up in the corner so that you can kind of like have a reference. But I also made this really weird looking building from the outside. I thought about decorating it, but this is not important. Okay, the outside is not important. What's on the inside is. So essentially I made a replica of the bedroom, and I think this is like almost too accurate to the point like that is kind of creepy. Like this looks just like their room, and not in a good way because we have a lot of work to do in here. So I did the tray ceiling. That's why the ceiling looks like this on the outside. And apparently the ceiling is like kind of weird. So I had to use like the uplights and then use like the little transparent blocks to like get them there. But essentially this is what their bedroom looks like. I even made a custom bed to kind of replicate what we have. And the rest of the furniture is just basically I think it's called the fancy set, except for this dresser. That's just the transitional dresser. This is essentially what their room looks like. These floors honestly look a little better than what we have in real life, but we don't want to refinish the floors right now because that's a lot of work. That's a project for me later down the line. So first off, let me get some before screenshots real quick. So I will be back after I get those. So I just got my pictures, and I guess we can go ahead and kind of just jump in. So these doors right here, this one leads to a closet and this one leads to the bathroom. So these cannot be moved, these cannot be changed. And these doors are actually like kind of identical to what we have. And we also cannot change the ceiling because I personally wanted to get rid of the tray because the ceiling out here, like on this lower part, is actually just 8 feet, which is pretty low. But the ceiling inside of the tray is 9. But unfortunately, there's not much. Oh, that's floating. Okay, there's not much we can do about that without doing a ton of construction. And I can only do so much. I bought you might think I'm crazy, but I bought a miter saw, I bought a sander, I bought a laser measure, I bought a laser leveler, that's what it's called. Yeah, I bought a nail gun. I literally got the whole like assortment to do this because there's quite a few things that I want to do and I kind of just want to test them out. So the first thing I want to do, I was thinking about salvaging their nightstands. So I'm going to save these for now. The other one, this one, we're just going to get rid of. We're not keeping the lamps either. It's not that I don't like their lamps. It's just not going to fit into, we might be able to salvage them. Maybe. The dresser is going to go. That's kind of ugly. And my mother needs a TV in here. She loves watching her reality TV shows. So we're gonna keep the TV, and we're also gonna get rid of these paintings. I don't know who told her this was a good idea. I told her it was not a good idea to put those paintings up, but I digress. We'll also get rid of these ottomans because I don't like those either. And I thought about salvaging the bed as well, but I think I found a bed that I like. So we're also going to just get rid of the bed. And last but not least, we're gonna get rid, oh my gosh, of these rugs because I don't know why. I think it's because we just haven't purchased an area rug, and we have one, but essentially we just need to go ahead and work on furniture. We're also gonna paint, but before we do that, I think I want to slide this door out just a little bit because I think it's not like right up on the edge, but kind of like right there. And so let's go ahead and start. So I've had a lot of different ideas over time, and that's kind of why I wanted to put it in here because I think I build best in Bloxburg. Like I put it in my CAD software and everything, and I was just not having a good time. So I want to switch to an upholstered bed. So I'm going to put some pictures up of like the things that I'm kind of basing my objects in here off of. So I went to these two websites. Hashtag not sponsored, by the way. So yeah, anyways, so I went to this place called The Inside. They do custom like upholstered furniture. They do beds, like armchairs, etc. And essentially they give you like a frame and then you pick what fabric you want. So I'm gonna put like a few pictures of like the frames that they have. And I also went to Jocelyn, Maine, which you might have heard of. And they also have some upholstered beds that I do like. My mom does not like wingback beds for some reason. She doesn't like the little parts that stick out on the side, but we're gonna do a wingback anyways and see how that looks. And then we're gonna try to do one of the other ones that doesn't have the two little, I guess, things sticking out the side. So first off, let's just get like a really standard bed. And as far as nightstands go, I'm really not, I really don't know what I want to do as far as like side tables. Like when we get past the bed, I'm kind of lost. So we kind of need to figure this out, but I was thinking more of, I suppose something like this. We're not going to use these. Okay. These are way too small, but kind of something like that. And then we would have probably a desk over on this side, kind of like, I guess like a dresser, not a dresser, a vanity. That's what I was looking for. And we would have a chair. For some reason, when you click, never mind. I was like, when you click and hold on this chair, it literally does not like turn, but there we go. So I'm thinking like a stool. Well, I don't know if I'm thinking a stool, that's a little tall, but I'm thinking a chair here and then like a mirror above that. And then probably like two lights. Now this is like debatable. I don't know if we're going to be able to do this because, having wall lights, we would either need to plug them into an outlet, and the wire when you do that is like, kind of ugly, or we would need to get these installed. And I don't know how much that would be. I'm not installing wall lights. I'm gonna electrocute myself or burn the house down. So we have a vanity here. And then on this side, we still need like the storage. So I'm thinking a dresser, probably a larger dresser than that. So probably something like this. And then on this side, this was her idea. Okay, she said, let's get two tall dressers. Okay, watch this. And then she said we can do like two pictures or two... literally doing this as a joke because this was unbelievable. And do that. And there would be like two mirrors or two pictures. That's ugly. Okay, that's just say how it is. That's ugly. Let's all say it in unison. That's not cute. So we're not going to do that. But what we are going to do is do some curtains. Again, this is probably going to change and they're going to go to the floor because if they don't go to the floor, why even have curtains? And then in this corner, she sent me a chair like the other day. So I'm thinking we do like a little armchair in the corner. I was thinking about doing like two armchairs kind of in the middle. I don't like how this kind of obstructs the pathway to the door, but maybe if we get some less bulky armchair, that's a big bulky armchair. Let's not choose that one, but I mean as a placeholder, we'll just use as a placeholder. And we could do like two armchairs because we are losing that seating at the front of the bed, even though I don't think anybody uses it. I'll use it occasionally. And then in the center, I'm thinking like a round end table, and then we could do a lamp on that, or we could just do a standing floor lamp. And then in this corner we do, I'm thinking probably like a artificial plants possibly, and then we do two lamps here. I was actually thinking wall sconces again, and then we have the big bed and then a painting over the bed. But the biggest thing, probably the biggest project for me to do would be, which is why I got all of this, I'm gonna leave that, is to, let me complete my thought. Okay. The reason I got like the miter saw and everything was to do like panel moldings, which if you don't know what that looks like, I'm gonna put a picture here as well. I think I just want to do a big one behind the bed, essentially right here, that is crooked. And then we'll do two more on the sides, kind of like this. And I was thinking about wrapping the entire room in panel moldings, but again, I don't know. I'm horrible at bedrooms. I told y'all this. I'm horrible at bedrooms in the game. In real life, just I can't escape. So first off, what I want to do, I want to get some pillars so I know where each kind of like unit is. So we have Okay, that's okay. So this is basically like a 6, I guess, unit like bedroom, 6x4. In real life, I think it's 20 feet 7 inches by 13 feet and some inches. I don't like long bedrooms like this. Like if you watch like my speed builds or anything, you'll see that I try to keep my bedrooms around like 4x4. For a primary bedroom, I'll go up to like 5x4, but I usually don't go over that for reasons, because big bedrooms are hard to furnish. As you can see, I'm having a very, very hard time figuring out what I want to do for this bedroom. But firstly, I want to grab one of these. I want to shift. Okay, now that I'm looking at this, I'm like, I don't like it. Okay, so the first panel is gonna go kind of like waist height ish, which this is not really waist height, but it'll work for our purposes. And then the next panel will go above that, and it will go nearly to the ceiling, kind of right here. I think that's perfect, actually. And then right here, I want another panel, because now that I'm thinking about it, if you center the nightstands with these panels, I think that'll look a lot better than just having one big panel that goes all the way over there. So we can do 2 separate ones, actually, now that I'm thinking about it. And I usually show inspiration pictures, but as far as inspo, I couldn't really find the look that I wanted to go for. I was looking because I looked hard because I had no idea what I really wanted. So I looked really, really hard, but I couldn't find anything. So firstly, I'm gonna move these out the way, and basically I'm just gonna finish framing these. I will be right back. Okay, so I have the molding over. Oh my gosh, is that even? Give me a second, let me adjust. Okay, it's kind of clipping in the wall. I don't know if I can get it completely even. Let me shift this one over just a tad. I pretty much just matched the size of each, what would you call it, I guess, like beam, and just did like the basic shape so I can copy and paste it, just in case you're trying to follow along, which I don't know why. Like, this is not a legitimate bedroom tutorial. I'm just doing this because
I don't know what I'm doing, so
I think I like the panel molding. I've seen people do like wallpaper inside of the panel molding, which I kind of like the idea of that, but again, I'm not sure if my mom is she likes to play it safe when it comes to any sorts of, I would say, designing, I guess. So I don't know if she would be with me on that one, but we could always attempt. For now, I'm gonna kind of put this in like an off-white sort of cream color, because I do like this. That's kind of pretty, y'all. That's kind of pretty. Okay. In real life, I'll probably use like these trim pieces to have a bit more detail instead of just doing like the straight sort of, I guess, blocky sort of wood. Oh, okay, that's why you can't really see this one. I need to make sure this one is even. So let me do that really quickly. Okay, that is now even. I really like how that looks. I really do. Another thing is that in this little like tray that we have here, this is painted like a different color. So I don't know how I'm gonna get up there and paint that, but we'll figure that out when we come to it. We have to finish the design part first. So these nightstands I'm gonna get rid of, and let's go ahead and start on the bed. So let me get my handy dandy floater shape. I always get a red block that's like the height of like a person. And then I get another one that's like my block that I use to make everything like floats. So I'm only gonna lift the bed up just a little bit. I don't want it to be too tall. And I think that's fine. We will push it off the wall some because my panel moldings are gonna take up a bit of space. And I don't think these are like perfectly aligned. That's fine. That's fine. This is just like sketch stuff. It's not final. And I think that's actually the perfect height. Usually these beds, I always feel like they're too low. It feels like a child's bed, like it's literally sitting on the floor. So just raising it up just a tad like that really does help. So let me go ahead and like put up a picture of the bed that I'm about to make. So while I'm doing this, I'm gonna kind of explain, I guess, the style that I think I'm going for. It's kind of like not traditional. Yeah, I guess I would say traditional. I mean, these panel moldings are definitely traditional. But it's kind of transitional. Y'all know how much I love to say, transitional. So I guess it's more that. And then I'm gonna kind of wrap this in our little fabric. So I was looking at this bed. I was looking for beds last night because I've yet to really find a bed that I like. But this one, I actually do like this one quite a bit. I remember when I saw it, I was like, wait, hold up. I think this is like the perfect bed. And with this one, you can pick kind of like on the inside, they have different fabric options. I think I like the talc linen option that they have. Yeah, I think I do like that. They also have a white option, which I was considering, but I kind of want something that is like a off white-ish color. That's kind of like my new my new favorite neutral, and that is too blocky. The thing about this is that it takes me so long to do things. I feel I'm trying. I might just cut a lot of this out, to be honest, because this is unbelievable. And so now on to my favorite part is the headboard. So she didn't want, well, I won't say she, because it was actually more, well, yeah, I guess so. We were like looking at beds, and I was looking on Wayfair. And it's funny because Jocelyn Main and like Wayfair are like the same like company, but they clearly do not have like the same furniture, because I could not find a single bed that I was like,
Yes, I really like that.
on Wayfair. Most of them are kind of crazy. Some of them had LEDs. Like, if I like can find the pictures, I will put them up. I was like, oh my gosh, these are a mess. But essentially I was looking there, and I found some that I was like, okay, that could work. I don't know if that's what I want, but it could work. These technically need to be pulled a bit more off the wall because it's like clipping into the molding. Let's pull these off just a tad. I'm gonna have to, let me fix this. Not sure if she's gonna like that as much as I do. Our styles are, we can agree on some things, but most of the time we don't agree on much. Curve, it's kind of, it's more subtle. So that's about even. Okay, let's continue. Let's just continue with this. So I'm actually gonna just grab the color using my color picker of the bed, and that is essentially the color right there. We don't have a really good sort of linen texture, unfortunately. I may just go for either not the concrete, possibly like the plaster, or that's definitely not it. So this is the part of the video where I'm like, okay, you're taking way too long, so we're just gonna like speed it up. And that's what we're doing. This bedroom took me like, I would say a good 3 hours. And in Bloxburg, it cost me $100,000 to build this one room, which was crazy. My budget, unfortunately, is not that high to do this bedroom in real life. It's more like probably 2,500-ish on a good day. So essentially what I'm doing here, I'm just using the pre-existing furniture piece that we have, which is the mid-century modern desk, to make a sort of vanity. I found one that I liked. I will put the picture here if I remember. I'll put the pictures of all the furniture that I'm making so you guys can kind of see the reference. But honestly, this is the best way to like make furniture in game. If you find a good reference picture, it's really easy to make like any type of furniture that you want. I'm also going to use this tiki stool that we got. I love this stool. I know I told, if you watched my review of the update, you would know that this is like my favorite object, and I finally get to use it. So I kind of shoved it in the ground to make it not so tall, and essentially I just used it as a little stool to sit in front of my vanity. We're also going to do some custom sconces that I'm going to place pretty much around the entire bedroom. So yeah, I actually really like how this turned out in the end. I would show y'all like the whole decorating process and everything, but we would be here for like an hour, and I'm trying to really cut down on the length of my videos. My last video, like, you know, my legit video, the whole bathroom renovation, that was about 45-ish minutes, almost 50, I think. And that is just too long. Like, I want to get closer to 30, 35. That's kind of my new goal. So you're going to start seeing like a lot less of the building process and more of, you know, just me giving y'all the final product. So if y'all want more of the building process, let me know. Like, I don't really know what y'all want, because it's not like you aren't watching the longer videos. It's just my retention is lower because of course it's longer and probably more boring. So yeah, here I am working on the chairs. I wanted, it's funny because I showed her the chairs before I actually made them in game. And she was like, they look a little weak. It's like every single piece of furniture that I show her, she's like, that look a little weak. And I'm like, okay, let me get some stronger looking furniture then. But this time I said, no, we're gonna do this. This is actually a really, really cute chair that I'm planning on using. Well, I won't say that, but I might use this on like a future build. I actually really like this chair. It's pretty cute. It's a decent size, so it's good for a dining chair or sort of like an accent chair. And I'm gonna use 2 of them in here. And yeah, I don't really know what else to say. This end table that I have out here, I kept until the end because I wasn't sure if I wanted to go for the more modern sort of side of transitional. I would say this bedroom is pretty traditional overall, to be honest. The vanity and these chairs are kind of leaning more modern, but I would say overall this bedroom is pretty traditional. So yeah, I'm still not entirely sure what style I want to go for as a whole. But as far as like what I have right now, I think this is pretty good. So we're just gonna keep this. I did do a lot of decorating. I am gonna cut that out because I'm editing this video right now, so I'm like editing like the voiceover in. I'm gonna cut that out because it's gonna take way too long. If you watched any of my speed builds, if you watch any of my videos, it's essentially like the decorating process is the same. We don't have a ton of objects. So we do decal plants, we do candles, we do books, the bookends, just the sort, all the sorts, you know. I guess you could call it the Radio CD special because I do the same thing in every house. But we do have some cute decorations in here, which you'll see in the tour. And essentially, let me see how much longer we have on this speed build really quickly. I think we're actually essentially almost done. I'm gonna add a lamp. I might do the wall lamp in this speed build, or I might cut that out. But essentially that is it. I really like the panel moldings in here. The amount of labor that's gonna take is just horrible. But if they're all essentially the same size, I think it's gonna be okay. Yeah, I think I'm excited to start this. I'm just not ready. I've never used like power tools before. And let me tell y'all about that actually, since, you know, I have a little bit more time. I got a miter saw kind of on a whim. It was kind of like a spontaneous decision. I convinced my father to get me a miter saw, and he was like, okay, we're gonna go get one today. And then I set it up and everything, and I turned it on. I was having a hard time turning it on, first of all. I looked at the video and it was like, pull the lever and then it should turn on. So I was like, okay, let me do that. And so I was like, oh my gosh, this is not working. So I pressed it really hard, and that scared the mess out of me. I was terrified. It was kind of embarrassing. But if I caught it on video, I actually would put it on here. But unfortunately I didn't. I was terrified when that happened. So I bought, I don't know why I said bought like that. Like, I'm from Boston. I bought 2 pieces of wood. That's what I was looking for. 2 pieces of wood from Lowe's to like kind of test it out on. It almost flew because I forgot like one of the pieces, the clamp to hold it down. But thankfully I was not stupid enough to forget it completely, so I ended up putting that on. Everything was okay. I still have all of my phalanges, so we're good. I was thinking about actually like documenting the whole process of me doing this in real life, if you guys are interested in seeing that, which would require me to show my face, which means I need to go like find a camera and like do all that. But high key, I'm doing this for like college admissions. So if you know my college admissions person is like watching this video by some random chance, I didn't say that, but for all of you, I'm kind of doing this for college admissions because I'm like, I need some like physical work. So I'm trying to get my hands dirty. So I'm branching out. We're branching out a lot. Okay, I'm talking a lot more. We're doing a lot. I still need to work on these voiceovers. They're still a mess. But yeah, we are essentially coming to a close on the speed build part. So I will meet you guys in the finished primary bedroom. So I will see you all there. And we are back. So I am really excited to show you guys the finished product. Just as a note, just in case I forget to add this, the first image and like the before and after shots was AI enhanced. And I will actually tell you, it's called Crea AI. I'll put the name up on the screen. It is so cool. It turns all your Bloxburg builds into like realistic looking representations. So I would highly recommend that if you're interested. But yeah, let's go ahead and jump into the tour. So ignore all the stuff we have out here. And I went ahead and turned it to sort of afternoon. And as we walk in, this is our beautiful new primary bedroom. So if you'll remember from before, we had the dresser here, we had the bed, the 2 nightstands, we had a smaller dresser here, and then we didn't have anything else. That was it. So we have this really nice little traditional nightstand here with some photos and of course, you know, our decal plants. And then we did these sconces here, and inside of these is the light box, the little golden like light cube, and you can scale that down and it makes a really good sort of custom light piece. So I would use that to make any custom lights or lamps. And then over here is our little vanity, which I think is actually really cute. I used a few decals from Equinox and XLit, so I will put those links down in the description if you're looking for those. And right here I decided to add a bench, so I'm probably going to I'm not gonna make this like a burner or anything, but I do want to make like a custom bench to put in front of the bed, and I thought this was really cute. Again, with the pillows and the sage green, I did want to have a slight accent color in here. And then over here we have a long dresser because I didn't want to completely get rid of all the storage in the bedroom. So we do have a dresser here. We have these 2 lamps, and of course some really cute decorations along with the wall clock because the TV is ugly. So we're gonna make it look pretty for now. And then over here we have these really cute armchairs. I actually really love these, along with our floor lamp here with our curtains. And I did keep like the 2 paintings over here, but that's different. Okay, I don't have a big fat dresser underneath them. Okay, that's horrible. But I do have my little paintings here. And we also have another nightstand. I absolutely love how this turned out. I think it's a very like kind of chill, serene, and professional bedroom. And honestly, I'm surprised that I was able to come up with this. It is giving like my Nantucket Beach home just a little, but I think that's kind of the point. It's not necessarily beachy, but it's definitely sort of the transitional look that I was going for. And I really love how this turned out. And I even like the tray ceiling, even though I wish the ceilings in here were higher. I do like the depth that it adds in here. And I did replace the light fixture with the modern ceiling fan. I needed a ceiling fan, but the ones that I saw I don't like, but this modern one actually fits the space really well in a nice black. And yeah, that is essentially all that I have for you guys today. So I know this was a pretty short one for all of you, but I really hope you guys enjoyed this video as much as I did. Give me some like tips and stuff down below, like if you have any suggestions that I should make for the bedroom, or if you even like want to recreate this and like make your own version of the bedroom. Just remember, this decal for the floor is in my inventory. I'll put all of that stuff in the description. Just make sure that it has like the same structure, and you can send it to my Instagram. We can even do a few tours if like y'all want to do that. But and I will be back hopefully soon with a longer, more complex video than this, and I will see you on the next one. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe, and do all those fun YouTube things, and I will see you all later. Bye everyone.